Let's go! It was a grind 'em out, different kind of game for the first couple of games. And let's start with the greatness of Alvin Kamara, right? I have seen so many young running backs make this mistake. If it's a run up the middle, they just pound it up in there, okay? 3rd and 1, Eagles have this snuffed down, but Alvin Kamara just doesn't lose his patience, right? He eventually bounces this to the outside, okay? 0 loses everything here. His head, he still thinks that the ball is in here, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I know that's tough for Saints fans to watch, but that's a really, really good play by AK. Oh, and a little nasty slam down here. And this is excessive, okay? He's clearly out of bounds. Clearly. Man, this was such a big red zone play. And the Saints offensive lineup to this point had been really good, but Jalen Carter is a freak, right? He's been somewhat inconsistent, had the shallow drag. It looks like that's where Derek Carr's trying to go with the football, and he can't really step up into it, and Jalen Carter makes a huge play in the red zone, and the Saints got very lucky that this ball was not picked. Good play, though, from Carter. So I know Derek Carr playing absolutely amazing in the first couple of games has been one of the biggest shocks. One low-key story, though, Olave Taylor having 4 sacks, right? I understand you want to let him go in this spot. Obviously, Gainwell sees it late. Taylor is so stinking fast. We get some one-on-one action here, and he gets his 4th sack of the season. Crazy stuff. This has always been my biggest held belief. Plays at the beginning of quarters are always chaotic, right? I would say that they're more chaotic than plays on average on just any other play, if that makes sense. So Jalen Hurts in the red zone, Tyrann Mathieu does what Tyrann Mathieu does, which is make a play. Devonta Smith, get off of him. If Devonta had went to LSU, he's making that play. It's just that simple. And, of course, the Badger's going to give you a good return because, well, he's a freaking Badger. He's scanning the field, and let's see. Oh, man, if we would have gotten a block here on Saquon. The Badger's still up. He's still up, man. Slim Reaper, is he going to tackle him? No, Slim Reaper's not tackling him. Huh? Let's go, Badger. Oh, man, that's a little cheap punch right here. You know, like there's those players, those athletes you grew up watching that were just good, right? Hershey Hawkins was just good. Curtis Granderson has always just been good. Like, this is one of the tougher right tackle matchups you're going to see. Now, that's not Lane Johnson's fault. It's just holding on to the football too long if you're Jalen Hurts. And eventually Curtis Granderson gets there. Look at the ball skills to get that football out. Really poor ball security. If I were to give the Eagles some credit off of all these turnovers, they did a good job getting back into the play and making some tackles to mitigate the damage. That's what really kept them in this game early. No matter the result of today's game, Chris Olave is playing good football, right? I know the numbers aren't ridiculous, but this is really, really hard to do. I know it's a rookie he's going up against. This rookie has leverage on him to the outside, right? He's to the outside, and we're trying to run an out, all right? You've got to be really freaking good to get to the outside of this DB. Okay, once again, it's not Darrelle Revis level corner play, but he does a good job just creating some separation here, and this is a really good throw by Derek Carr. I tell you, Olave's playing good football, right? The numbers, the big numbers are going to come eventually, and you'll see it again here, okay? Look at this. It's more so really good ball location from Derek Carr. Bang, okay? Let's get 1 foot in. Let's get a second in, okay? Really, really, really good stuff. Those cleats are just absolutely gross, too. I love that. Yeah, this might be one of the worst 4th down decisions I can remember, okay? You only have 14 seconds left, right? The chances of you actually scoring a touchdown is very, very, very low, okay? Anyway, I can understand if this is like midway through the second. I'm okay with the play call. Why not just tush push, though? I don't know. And, man, Chase Young, Pete Werner making big time tackle football plays. And Jalen, what are you talking about, man? Not even close to a first down. Who dat nation? Rise up, baby. Pete Werner, let's go. Saints defense, clutch all day, man. 4th and 3. Field goal here ties the game. It's indoors, right? Why don't you just kick it to go for the tie? Your offense hadn't even really been that good in the red zone. And I am a go-for-it kind of guy. That's just kind of who I've always been. But Brian Breesy steps up, makes a play, collapses his pocket, and, man, it was Granderson again stepping up and making a play. Lane Johnson obviously out. What a play. What a freaking play. Man, anytime you can get a block punt, especially with Breeze wearing the Steve Gleason shirt, it gives you chills in the dome, baby. And JT Gray, of course, has been a phenomenal special teamer. Look at this. Look at the ball skills, man. That is as clean of a block you're going to see, man. And give the Eagles a lot of credit for reacting to it pretty quickly and making a huge touchdown-saving tackle. Wow, wow, wow. And Jalen, I understand. I've been in this spot before. And honestly, this is just a dude making a play. I mean, he's coming off the edge here. You want to block the innermost guy here. And I guess the punter just did not get this off quick enough. And Gray wearing that captain C, man, I love good special teams play. I just do. You got to win in all 3 phases. All right, so I hate this. I really, really do. I don't like cramming everybody in. I prefer to do it under I formation, whatever, but, man, it's Cesar Ruiz gets repositioned here. It causes so much just damage. We also see Foster Moreau coming across here. There's just no space for him to lead through here, right? He got a running start for no reason. Man, Zach Bond took it to him and then made the play, right? This is a former Saint. That is one heck of a play. I still think AK got this, though, okay? Look at that. Saints, man. I know some would say kick the field goal, but I don't know. I think going for it is fine. I'm not in love with the play call. Got a little unlucky with the spot. So this play perfectly describes modern football, right? Jalen Hurts, 25 of 31, no deep shots, right? So a lot of your explosives have to come through the running game or a guy just doing something really special. So Saints bring an extra guy into the box here in Tyrann Mathieu. So you have 5 guys. That means it's one less fast guy on the back end to make a play. And guess what? Chase Young gets bullied here. And Pete Werner comes to set the edge, and all our guys get jammed inside, and Demario Davis gets caught in the mush. Our safety runs himself out of the play, okay? So now we're screwed, all right? If you're the Saints, you are really, really screwed, and Saquon Barkley has been doing this his entire career. Now, this is going to come off really nitpicky, okay? The screen action helped get Alante Taylor over here, and it also took another one of our DBs out of the play. It looks like Alante Taylor had a chance to make a tackle right here, okay? But he just kind of runs it's happening so fast. And Lattimore kind of cuts off Taylor, who's just a faster player. And Barkley is really showing you some burst here. Just a really good run, really good play by the Eagles. And, they had been driving into the red zone. Saints were making stops, 4th down plays, turnovers. Explosive plays, man. It's the name of the game. Great play from the Eagles. God bless. This is really good stuff. Pre-snap motion. So you get Alvin Kamara on Zach Bond. Okay? So Bond made that huge play versus my guy, Foster Moreau, early. But you're not going to keep up with AK. Now, would you have preferred this ball to lead him so he can catch it and potentially run for a touchdown? Sure. But look at this catch. Ridiculous. It's a running back. Unreal stuff. And the Saints would go on to kick a field goal. All right, here we go. You reap what you sow, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. So the Saints run something called, I've seen this called a million things. Some call it double China 7, right? In breaker here, corner route here. And this is really good stuff. Gardner goes to the inside here of Chris Olave, thinking that he might be running a post. Instead, Olave's running a corner, and he's going to get burned every single time. Look at the moon ball right here from Derek Carr. And, man, he almost overshot it. Chris Olave, when he went to toe tap, God, Olave's been absolutely positively amazing for the Saints. I call this catch Game of Thrones because this toe was already dragging. Get it? Dragon. Kick them beads up. Look at this. Look at this from Olave. Somebody put him on Dancing with the Stars. All right, so this is one of the biggest non-touchdown plays of the NFL season already. I mean, it's 3rd and slide L here. And Saints obviously have a QB spy here. You don't want Jalen Hurts tucking and running. This is just really good offense, understanding the situation, right? You're not going to get all of these yards here on 3rd and 16. So make it a manageable 4th down. Never in a million years did they think that this was actually going to pick up everything, right? Lattimore, his main assignment, he runs in to the guy that's guarding Goedert. In fact, we actually had 2 guys on Goedert, and they both run into each other. Goedert, of course, also got my guy Tyrann Mathieu quite a bit in this game. We didn't show you another play from earlier. And now you just got to make a play. And, well, eventually they do. And then, of course, Saquon Barkley eventually pounded it in. And, man, this is just an unreal coverage bust. And, honestly, it was just guys running into each other. There's really no other breakdown really necessary. And then we get to the game decider here. And Juwan Johnson, Foster Moreau played quite a bit in this game. And part of it is due to the blocking, right? Juwan Johnson, more of a receiving tight end. He gets beat really badly. There's a lot of pressure up the middle here with Derek Carr. Saints only have 1 timeout. I mean, obviously, you don't just want to throw this up. But at the same time, he can't really throw it away because he's in the pocket. So he just kind of tosses it up while he's getting crushed. And, well, he's trying to hit Olave over the middle or Shaheed over the middle. And Blankenship makes a play. They did a good job guarding Shaheed, who's been one of the best receivers in the NFL, and that's your game. So Saints had the opportunity to win an ugly one. Obviously, offensively, they weren't quite it, but at the same time, defensively, they just made a lot of red zone plays. The Eagles were still able to move the football, and that's really something considering A.J. Brown was out, and Devonta Smith got a concussion. Lane Johnson, arguably their best offensive player, also left with the concussion, and the Eagles were still able to win this game. So this one's going to sting. Hopefully Derek Carr is okay, and we'll talk to you soon, Who Dat Nation. Oh, please, Derek Carr, be okay and stay like you did in the first couple of games. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! And tonight, we're doing lemon pepper chicken wings. Let's go.